Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today, after much cajoling, I can finally admit that I do in fact know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane, and I have it on very good authority that he is currently sitting down to watch MbL, playing as the Mongols in yellow take on Hera, playing as the Persians in blue. Now, while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate surroundings with the goats, with scouts, with anything and everything available to them, and try to go up to Feudal Age ASAP, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we will be watching today. Now, the Mongols, an incredibly fast cavalry-centric civilization. Their scout line units come with extra line of sight. Their cav archers fire faster. Their light cav hussars and steppe lancers all come with extra HP. And their unique unit, the Mangudai, a fast-firing, quick cavalry archer unit with an attack bonus against siege. Now, to keep up with their incredibly fast army on the battlefield, Mongol siege can actually be upgraded itself to move 50% faster, which I hope we get to see every time we watch the Mongols, because man, oh man, does it make their siege look like bumper cars, and it is always super fun to see. Now, in order to support their military endeavors, Mongol hunters do work 40% faster, and their houses can actually be upgraded so that they don't lose population space if they get destroyed. Now, across to the east of the map, we've got Hera playing as the Persians in blue, an economic powerhouse with a tech tree that is both incredibly strong and incredibly versatile. In addition to getting access to all economic upgrades available in the game, the Persians start the game with extra food and wood. Their town centers work progressively faster, starting from the very beginning of the game, where they work 5% faster in Dark Age, up to 20% faster in Imperial, and they can be a pain in the butt to raid because their town centers do come with twice the normal amount of HP, and their castles can be upgraded to both take less bonus damage and fire bullets instead of arrows. Bullets! Which come with an attack bonus against rams and infantry, which basically make them invincible at this point. Now, using your economic advantages, the Persians do focus heavily on cavalry. Their cavalry generates 5 gold every time it kills an enemy military unit. Their nightline units come with extra attack against archers, and using every single blacksmith and stable upgrade available in the game, the Persians actually can field 2 unique cavalry units. The first needs no introduction, but I'll introduce it anyway. The War Elephant, a unit that comes with a massive attack, huge amount of hit points, and does trample damage, but is insanely expensive. And the second, a newer one, the Savar, is a heavy cavalry unit that actually replaces the Persian Paladin and comes with a decent additional attack bonus against archers. And to support their cavalry on the battlefield, Persian archers and crossbows can be upgraded to turn them into trash units that basically cost only wood. And if you want to be more mobile with your archers in the middle to late stages of the game, you do get Parthian tactics an age earlier in Castle. Fantastic changes to the Persians. Let's see whether Hera uses any of these new features. Advantages for now. He's 1 villager ahead. Not too sure if we can chalk that up to a 5% faster training time at this point. I think you need at least 20 villagers to make a difference. Maybe 19 or 20, 21. I don't know. Spirit of the Law will do something about that if he hasn't already. I think it's around the 20 villager mark you start noticing a difference, especially with 5% faster training. But let's take a look. In the meantime, Hera getting Loom, MbL training a villager. Let's take a look at their bases. Hera very forward gold. Oh goodness gracious, on the wrong side of a hill as well. Oh, this is really bad for Hera. I don't like this at all. Primary stone though, nice and secure in a 3 shape to the back. He's got 3 forests in a nice little anchor position, which means this base is actually not terrible to wall off. Just has to worry about the east side, whereas the I was going to make a Bloods and Crips joke. I don't remember which one's east side, which one's west side, but the east side of his base, much harder to wall off, but the forward portion and the north, a little bit easier. He's got additional gold to the north, additional gold to the south. And where is his additional stone? Also in the very forward position. But this is going to be, I think, annoying for Hera. He's got to make sure that he walls this off, or at least maybe start. No, this one, he can't start with that secondary gold. Yeah, he's kind of stuck here. That secondary gold is pretty damn far away. Both players 45 seconds identical. Going up time to Feudal Age. Primary gold for MbL. A little bit in the middle position, a little bit safer, easier to wall off here, and also easier to mine. Although, again, on the side of a hill, primary stone in the back, additional stone and gold to the south, and a pile to the north. Let's take a look at his forests. Not terrible as well. 3 anchored triangle-shaped forests. It looks like a barracks here in the center. Will he train anything out of it? For now, just a spearman, expecting a cavalry move out from his opponent. And he is potentially going to be a little disappointed. Hera not exactly building any military at the moment. Although, there's that stable. Okay, so we will see cavalry, I'm assuming, with that stable. Actually, stable's going up for both players. I would think that MbL's base is a little bit better in terms of resources, but I think Hera's base is better in terms of these two forward forests. MbL's here are a little... There's a long distance between these two forests, but in any event, we'll see how the players decide to wall their bases off, if they even do. Hera has located his opponent and now begins the old loop-de-loop around his opponent's base. Sees the spearman, immediately runs away. MbL, okay, he's seen the forward portion of Hera's base. He's seen the primary gold, so he knows where he can apply pressure, and he knows that there is a stable already being built. He's here with 2 scouts. Hera already has a spearman, though. Spearman gets a poke off, 18 HP done from the scout as he immediately runs away. Hera's got enough here to take this army on now, especially that the one scout is down so much HP. I thought I saw a yellow dot here on the map. I don't know what this is. It might just be the graphic for the hill, but it kind of does look like a yellow dot. MbL pivots to the south. How much of Hera's base has he actually seen beyond this forward wall? If he hasn't seen anything, actually. So he needs to get his scouting boots on and start running around a little bit. Hera knows, though, like, look at Hera's vision compared to MbL's. He knows exactly what's what, but he's going to run by and get... Okay, he gets poked himself. Oh, God, he gets poked twice. Ooh, unnecessary pokage there. Oh, the units. Lately in the game, and I've heard some pro players comment on this, the units kind of stack onto one another. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I've seen that a lot in StarCraft too, but lately it's been happening in Age of Empires. I'm not sure I like that too much. It's annoying not to know, number one, how many units your enemy has, and number two, not to know how many units you have there on the map. And number three, as a caster, oh, Hera loses a villager. As a caster, talking about a bunch of nonsense while villagers defend the lemon bushes that I love so much. And they defend it with their lives. 2 villagers. Fantastic get here for our Mongol, who needs to get the hell out of here with 5 HP. This scout is now on scout duty. I don't think he's going to be attacking anytime soon. At the same time, it looks like Hera did lose a scout here as well. Ooh, so MbL killing 3-2, and 2 of those are villagers. Hera not exactly the cleanest of starts at the moment, but he has the same villager count. And now remember, his town centers work 10% faster because he's in feudal. So he is going to be able to catch up, if he's behind at all villager count wise, very, very quickly. Bit of a scuffle shaping up here in front of the Persian base. He says, you know what, I've got 5 scouts. It's enough to take out this spearman. I wonder if the spearman should just stand and fight. Sometimes I do wonder. I mean, he managed to get a scout and die, so good sacrifice there by that skirmisher. I sometimes wonder if the pro players do a little bit too much micro, right? I mean, the unit does move. There is a delay between the attacks, so standing still doesn't exactly mean he's going to attack immediately. There is still that 2-second, 3-second, whatever delay it is. But sometimes I feel like moving them just... You miss out on an opportunity to poke your opponent by moving around so much. Speaking of moving around... Uh-oh, Mongols are in here. Oh, Hera tried to viper him out, but did not succeed. And now there are 3 scouts inside his base, right at the same time that Hera discovers that he can no longer poke himself into MbL's base. Villagers taking matters into their own hands, but a 3rd villager dies. This is just a testament to how incredible that Persian training / town center bonus is. Hera's lost 3 villagers, yet he is still in equal villager count, at least was for a second, and still ahead militarily. Trying to find his way. Has he discovered, by the way, the entire eastern portion? No, he hasn't. Not since that first move out where he was poked twice. So he must assume that MbL has already walled off that portion of the base. It looks like the spearmen get another scout, or maybe it was the scout. 1 kill for you. 0 kills. Okay, so it was the scout. And now, oh my god, another villager! What the what the hell was that? MbL, sniper of the game so far, finding himself the weaker villager and going straight for it. I mean, 4 villager kills is pretty damn crazy at this level of the game. That's more than 10% of the Persian economy, and yet still our Persian is at parity when it comes to villager counts. Uh-oh. Is Hera paying attention? Is he paying attention? Yes, of course he is. Absconds right the hell back away from here. Now at this point he can't really take on this scout, the spearman, because if the spearman wanted to, I think he could probably get 2 of these scouts. No, not this one, but definitely 1 scout. Now that there's 5. Oh, he's leading with the weaker ones. Oh, dangerous times here for our Persian. Okay, brings in a spearman of his own. Now he's going to try to sandwich this guy. A lot of hilly ground around here, so high ground going immediately to our Persian. And look at that. If this wasn't the quintessential high school, university, college group project where these guys did all the work, and then along comes one member, takes one little poke, and gets the glory and the kills. If that's not the epitome, if that's not a metaphor for group projects, I don't know what is. But now we've got a ridiculously slow chase on our hands. We've got scouts roaming. He's going to discover the actual wall off as both players head up to castle. It looks like our Mongol, with 1 less villager, is going to hit it about 20 or 30 seconds ahead of Hera. Now discovers that there is a wall off, but look at this. There's no villager in sight. How do you even begin to repair this? My issue with all of these wall offs that are so far away is how the hell do you even begin repairing it? I guess you don't. I guess you just try to get a town center up so you can garrison villagers and zone them out. Tinkle, tinkle goes the battle as our Persian spearman is victorious. Okay, he's busted in. Will he go in, though? HP on these yellow scouts a lot stronger than the blue scouts. They came in full health. But the numbers... Fantastic get there by MbL, who yet again gets 1 extra kill over his opponent, even though he's down 1 total kill. He is still 4 villager kills to none. A 3rd town center. Ooh, smushed in the warm embrace of a blacksmith and a market here. I mean, where else can you put it when the map is so covered in hills? I guess you put it here. 2 extra town centers for our Persian going up with their 4,800 HP. Hera trying to create a bit of an exit point here from his base to the north. And now he is going camels. He is going camels. He is getting husbandry. He is upgrading his farmers, his lumberjacks. At the same time, our Mongol upgrading his lumberjacks. Also going camels. Also training a pet lion to join in on the fight. As it roars in the desert and the Mongol camels take him out. So for all that those scuffles happen, not a single kill. Even though camels technically do come with bonus attacks against camels, Scout does die here for Hera, and the kill count has been evened up. 10 to 10. Players disengage on opposite sides. Yellow is in front of blue's base. Blue is in front of, on the side of yellow's base. I love that Hera, by the way, used this gold as part of his wall. Maybe place a house here in case there are archers that come forward, but no archers yet. We are still very much locked in a melee battle of camel versus camel. Although it looks like our Mongol is mixing in a few monks as well. So his camels are going to lead the army back this way. So you can get a convert. I thought for a second he was converting the weaker camel. But the good thing about camels is you can always just run away. They are not knights. They will run away much quicker. Especially with husbandry counter monastery being built here for Hera. So what is our Persian trying to do right now? I'm trying to get a sense of what he's got. He's got 1 of everything. He's got a stable, a barracks, a monastery. He's got 3 town centers. Not exactly the largest military industrial complex just now at the 24-minute mark of the game getting his market. Whereas MbL, what is he doing? How many villagers on stone for the players? 3 and 0. So no castles, no Mangudai, no war elephants. 1, 2, 3 town centers, also a stable, also a barracks, also a market, a blacksmith, and a monastery. So we're seeing mirror builds out of 2 OG civilizations here. Although I say OG civilizations are kind of unrecognizable from the Age of Kings version of them, right? I mean, there were no steppe lancers, there were no savars back in 1999. So they may share the name, but do they actually remain the same? I did not mean that to rhyme. Conversion attempts here by our Mongol. Gets 1, gets 2. Amazing get. What are the upgrades? +1, nothing. So both players equal upgrades. All of a sudden, a 4-unit swing here for our Mongol, who takes the army lead and a civilian lead significantly. I mean, Hera's got to get the hell out of here. I feel like Hera's just being active on the map, trying to keep MbL back. What is he planning? What is he preparing? He's getting wheelbarrow now off the back of 67 villagers. He's going up to 70 plus villagers. MbL going nearly 80, also just getting wheelbarrow now at the 26-minute mark of the game. A lesson for all of us who feel pressure to get wheelbarrow basically immediately. Okay, my uh-ohs were not justified there. We've got a monk race, a monk race, a monk race. Oh, and yellow gets it first, and now Hera notices. Now he's going to kill the monk. Now he's going to get the relic. Or maybe not. A bunch of camels appear from out of the ether. Man, it takes camels a long-ass time to kill even monks. They're just so bad. They're so bad at killing anything that isn't cavalry, or I guess fellow camels. But the relic, closer to MbL's base than it is to Hera's, so MbL already moving out with 2 monks. He's got a contingency plan in place. I mean, look, if you were to ask me, we're watching Mongols, Persians, is Hera going to get housed? Number one, I would say, Hera housed? What the hell are you talking about? But no, he's housed. If we were going to get to see Camel Wars, I would have probably said no, but bring it on. I mean, obviously, I think the Persians here win a Camel War. They do have the better upgrades. Nothing particularly special about Mongol camels, I don't think. Oh, where's the monk going? Go home, go home. But one scout is here. Is he going to try to snipe the monk? He's trying to. He's trying to so badly. Hera wants this relic. He wants these 2 monks dead. He's going after. He gets 1 monk. He's going to get a second one, but not before he converts. And all of a sudden, the army counts evens out the kill count. My goodness, these 2 players are just trading blows. Insanity right now. 19 kills apiece. Okay, this is going to definitely secure this relic for our Mongol as he moves out with the first camel. Oh my god, first castle. Ooh, it took 3 sniper lines, but this camel with 6 HP finally does join the Persian Empire. And look at MbL. He does not want to risk. He does not want to jeopardize this castle, but in comes Hera's monk. Oh my god, did I call that wrong? That was fantastic out of Hera, pulling a Mr. Yo, just coming in and going yoink and taking that relic. Where is the 5th relic? Have the players, I mean, Hera must see that. Have seen, no, that's so sour. Oh, I love when this stuff happens. I'm sure the players hate it, but I absolutely love it. Neither player, MbL hasn't even discovered. This is a giant piece of land that MbL has not even explored yet. That being said, it's going to be 2 relics to 2. So whoever gets the 3rd relic, not exactly going to be, I don't think, a game changer, especially not at the 31-minute mark of the game, unless, hey, this game goes on for an hour and 2 hours, 3 hours. Both players heading up to Imperial. Our Mongol literally 2 seconds ahead of our Persian, who now snipes. I mean, this I always say this when a monk dies in the desert next to the wildlife, especially when it's a lion. It feels very biblical, right? Aren't there like stories of monks who wander the desert and make friends with the wildlife? Not that I think there are any lions in the desert. I'm not sure that's super accurate, but it always just reminds me of those kinds of stories. In any event, I don't know why I'm yammering on about that. 5 town centers for our Mongol, a 4th just up for our Persian, who now begins mining gold. It looked like he was housed again there for a hot second. Hera needs to get a bit more population space. MbL's got 30, so he can produce. Hera only has 8. Oh, and look at that. MbL discovers the relic. Our Persian, no relic yet, but MbL also sees a stable. How many stables, by the way? Sorry for zooming out so far. 4 stables. And he's getting chain barding armor, and he's getting iron casting. At the same time that our Mongol is getting ballistics and bodkin. 10 Mangadai are on the field, 6 knights. Oh, the possibilities are endless. We haven't seen the Savar in action yet, and oh my god, another villager snipe. 5 dead villagers. We haven't really seen the Savar in action. It kind of looks like both players are out on the map looking for relics. They're just kind of running around here, and now Hera will discover the 3rd. Both players in Imperial. Let's see what they decide to do. Bracer. Chemistry. So we are definitely going to see Mangadai out of our Mongol as he rushes into the base here with light cav. Oh, we're seeing Cavalier. We're seeing Cavalier. We are one step away from Savar. Hera does not have the resources for it yet. As MbL penetrates the far recesses of the Persian base here, trying to get even more villager kills. He gets a 6th. These knights are going to be fantastic to kill these scouts line units, but not if the scout line units just keep running away. This is atrocious. This is atrocious for our Persian. 8, 9. Oh my god, absolutely terrible. Is he sending a monk this way? And finally, he manages to trap. No, he doesn't. What the hell is that? They go through the fruit stalls of the market. Uncharted style, cause a ruckus, and now they're gonna die. But what the hell is that even? It's good to know even pro players fudge up a little bit sometimes when there are elevations and you can't really tell. Now, here's the problem. Christmas came early. Not too early, it's November, but came pretty damn early. I was going to say the problem with going Mangdai against these Cavaliers is these Cavaliers and Savars, they have insane pierce armor. I think the Savar caps out at 8 pierce armor, which is just absolutely bonko. Where is the monk? Who got that relic? There he is, just standing at the top of our screen. So I don't know that Mangdai are necessarily the way to go. He's investing in elite Mangdai as well. So he knows that Hera has Cavaliers. He suspects he's going to get Savars as well, because what the hell? He's clicking on these units. He's seeing they're almost fully upgraded. In a second, 4 seconds, he's going to see Blast Furnace completing. Going to see that they are in fact fully upgraded. There they go. So not a far stretch to imagine, having invested all those resources, Hera's going to invest a little bit more to upgrade these to Savars for our viewing pleasure. The Mangdai move in. Their attack speed is what's really going to help them out here. I mean, a 12 attack against a unit with 6 or 8. I think it's 8. Don't quote me on it. We'll see in 30 seconds how well I know this game. But a 12 attack against a unit with 8 pierce armor is not great. But again, when you attack on 1.4 second delay, that's lightning fast. He's going to see the Savars in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eye on him. Oh, I love to see it. I'm such a nerd. I am such an Age of Empires nerd. I love to see this stuff happen. The Savar, by the way, was I right? Yeah, 8 pierce armor, 6 melee. That is more than a paladin, I believe, as the light cav here stop a few Savars. But again, never underestimate the Mangdai firing speed. Never underestimate a random monk in the middle of nowhere who's about to get slaughtered by a scout, not even a light cav. So he needed 3 whacks of the sword to get at him. But look at MbL. I'm going to zoom out. Look at MbL's positioning on the map. He is thrusting out. He is jutting out straight for our Persian. And these Mangdai are just going to slaughter Hera's villagers, even though Hera's down only 3 villagers at the moment. Now, what Savars can't do is engage underneath a castle because, I should say 1 castle, 3 castles. That's not going to work out for him. As in, I try to, why is MbL not reacting here? He's going to have to delete some of these farms. He's going to have to do something here. He's now in the back of Hera's base with Mangdai, but they are stopped. They are taking on Savars. Camels are not going to do anything against this structure. The Savars are trying to take out villagers, but they've stopped. Okay. Looks like they stopped to have a think. And now Hera is returning the favor. Why did MbL not respond here? Why did he not delete one of these farms and build a house? And look how little damage these Savars are taking from the Mangdai. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Let's take a look at this better HP one. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. It's going down so slowly. At the same time, more clumps of fighting here throughout the map. All of a sudden, the map is on fire. A Treb. No fewer than 4 trebuchets are now gunning it for these Mongol castles. He says, you know what? You are producing Mangdai? You need castles for that. I'm just going to start attacking your castles, because why the hell not? Oh, God. Oh, God. They may not be great at killing Savars, but they are going to be absolutely devastating here with these villagers. But not for long. The Savars do close. Ooh, I see 2 big blobs moving here on the northern portion of our screen. Let's see it. Let's see it. The battle we've all wanted. I mean, anytime you have Mangdai fighting anything, it's always super fun. Just because, again, it's such a crazy unit. Surprised the Mangdai are not trying to snipe these Trebs. 36 going up to 51 Mangudai, 45 going up to 55 Savars. And look at this, Hera having crushed the weak offensive here out of MbL is heading straight for MbL's base. Has MbL walled himself off? No, he is not. He has not walled himself off, and I think this is actually open. No, not yet. Very close to being open here. Villagers run into the town centers, but they are going to get got. Oh, at the same time, the Savars close here to the north. But underneath the castle. I mean, at this point, is MbL better off just in putting his Mangudai in the castle? The amount of arrows that's going to add compared to the 4 damage that a Mangudai does. And now they're on the low ground, so they're going to do even less damage. This is an absolute terrible fight here. It looks like MbL's base is still getting ransacked. Okay, no murder holes means that Savar is going to take down the castle. We've got a few light cavalry trying to make something happen here. The Mangudai, they have to do hit and runs. They cannot stand and fight against a unit with this much armor. They are pivoting south? Okay, I guess MbL just realizes, I mean, holy shit, what the hell happened to his villager count? Oh, well, I've seen it in picture, but look at this. What the hell? Move aside, Hussars. We've got a new raiding unit with 8 pierce armor. Holy shit, it was at 140 something a second ago. Why the hell did it become 87? Look at the villager count, villager kill count, though. Pretty damn identical. 74 to 58, 194 kill count to 162. Means they basically killed the same amount of military at the end of the day. Both of them being so annoying, poking and prodding at each other. I mean, look at the minimap. Hera's got a Savar here. He's got Savars here. He's got more Savars heading this way. He's got Savars here providing cover for these trebs. So these 3 castles are down. And once those castles go down, this last castle is going to be the only structure MbL has to train the only unit that he can at this point. I mean, how many stables? He's got 3 stables, so he can go, I guess, go camels, but your melee attack upgrades are shite. By the way, did he never get the relic? Why is it only 2 relics to 2? Oh my god. How long has this monk been standing here with the relic? Why is he just standing there? That's hilarious. Hera got that relic, but instead of putting it in his monastery, he just goes, nah, as long as I deny you the relic, that makes me happy, so I'm going to deny it all the livelong day. But man, we finally got to see the Savar at a high elo game. It took on perhaps not the fairest fight against the Mangudai, but again, never discount Mangudai. That mobility, they move faster, 1.49 tiles to 1.54 tiles. They certainly fire faster at 1.4 to 1.8. So they can do hit and runs all the livelong day, but 20 Mangudai will take 80 HP off of one of these guys. And so he doesn't even have enough to 2-shot these Savars. He's going to have to 3-shot them, or maybe if he adds 2 more Mangudai, he will be able to. But Hera here just going with that heavy hitter, the Paladin replacement, and showing us, number one, how aesthetically fun and pleasing this unit is. It looks like do they not have a saddle? No, they do have a saddle. I guess it's just over a rug or a carpet of some kind. That's just a super beautiful unit. Let's take a look at the stats. 89 Mangudai, 125 Savars. And we can actually say they were Savars because Knights and Cavaliers didn't really last that long in the game. PKPM literally seconds ago. PKPM literally minutes ago. So both of them really struggling here in the final stages of the game. Big surprise with Hera doing about 17 different attacks all over MbL's base, gutting his villager count there towards the end. The Persian economy, not that much ahead, less than 10%, gets all the resources, but stone, that's a lot of stone that our Mongol got. And he also leads in the relic count because Hera never deposited. He got that birthday check, but he just never deposited it with that 5th relic. Conversions, 4 apiece, not really 2 or 3% of each other's army, not exactly the greatest contributing factor. I think what ultimately contributed to the GG is the loss of these 3 castles. I mean, number one, the commitment to Mangudai, which is always fun. Don't get me wrong. I love to see it. Was it the right move against the Persians? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe MbL had bigger plans here to raid. I mean, 4 or 5 Mangudai here in the back of Hera's base would have gutted his economy. There's literally nowhere for these guys to run except town centers, and there's a lot of spaces for MbL to just roam around here, but he didn't. He showed up with a few camels, Instead, it's Hera who uses the Paladin replacement as a raiding unit, and we are just getting to see a whole new level of Age of Empires with these new units. First, we see the Persian War Elephant being out-raiding unit. Now we get to see the Savar with their super cool swords and shields being raiding units. And we got to see them take on Mangudai. How many dead bodies are there just all over the dance floor? No, it was up here. And here. And here. And here. What an absolute fun game. I mean, it didn't last long, but it was super duper fun. And with the Savar, excuse me, and with the Savar and with the absolute destruction of the Mongol civilian population, it is Hera who is victorious, but truly a fun game. GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.